Hey, what's up guys, it's Liam or Wiggle on Clickheads back with a new video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Valorant's patch 1.05. We've got changes to Raze, a slight little buff to Sova, and of course the entire new patch with Killjoy to talk about as well. So first up, when are you guys going to get the patch? Well, if you're in America, it's looking like the update is already going through, starting at 6 AM PDT, and it's going to end around 10 AM PDT, which means a lot of you guys will be waking up today to play the newest patch. In Asia, it's going to be going from 2 PM PDT until 18 PDT, and then if you're in EU, it sucks to be you, because you're not going to be getting the patch until around midnight on the 5th of August, which is going to be about 14 hours after NA gets it. This isn't something that I'm personally super happy with, so I will get to wake up and play the patch a day after people in NA. You'll have to let me know what you guys think to that in the comment section down below, but really, I'm just salty and jealous. Moving on, we have got the Raze nerfs, which we knew were coming, but we've actually got some very specific numbers to take a look over. Her ultimate showstoppers equip time has been increased from 1.1 to 1.4 seconds, and her quick equip time has been increased from 0.5 to 0.7. There has also been 2 different sets of V effects reduced so that you can actually see her when she's shooting it, because I'm sure you've seen her go up in the air and then there's just a flash of colors, so hopefully this is going to help with that. On top of this nerf, there has also been a blast pack nerf, which has reduced the damage to players from 75 to 50, meaning that 2 blast packs can no longer kill an enemy, and the damage to objects consistently does 600 now. So you're still going to be able to blast through sage walls with the pack and jump around the map for Reddit clips, but you can't just throw the packs through smokes and get free kills on players, which I do think is a nice little change. There have also been a bunch of competitive updates, so Act ranks have now been added to the game. Patch 1.05 marks the end of Act 1, and competitive Act 2 starts. If you earned a rank in Act 1, you have to play 3 more games to show your rank again in Act 2, and if you're a new player, you will still need to play 5 initial placement matches, so they have more time to calibrate your skill. It says to expect a conservative initial placement 2 rank tiers lower than your prior Act 1 ranks, so we are confident you're at or above that skill in Act 2. Performance is also going to have a larger impact in your early games, so you'll be able to quickly gain rank if you play well and win. This is something we spoke about a lot. It's not great to have performance in games like this. We'll have to see how this plays out. It's just a good thing that this is only your early games, because when they start doing this up and up the ranks, a lot of people can get boosted. So I'm not a huge fan of performance, but at least it's only going to be for placement. So you better hope that no one throws on your team in your placement games, right? Another change I'm sure people will be happy with is that competitive matchmaking will now have a higher chance to match solo and duo players against similarly sized pre-made groups at the cost of queue times being slightly longer. This is something that a lot of people complain about. If you actually play the game in a team or solo, you are going to see very different results. So now when you're in the middling groups, you're also going to see similar teams on the other side. Now there are a few other general competitive things as well that I'll just put up on screen for you guys now. So hopefully competitive is going to be a little different for you guys if you're in 2 or 3 stacks, and it won't constantly be putting you against 5s. Now for game modes, we covered this a lot yesterday, but Deathmatch has dropped. You can hop in and hone your gunplay mechanics or warm up before you hit ranked. There is a 10-player free-for-all, first to 30 kills with a time limit of 6 minutes. No abilities. You'll load in as a random agent that you own. You can buy whatever weapons you want. Heavy armor is given to you automatically. Killing enemies drops health kits, which are, of course, fully heal you, and Deathmatch is in beta as they continue to evaluate game performance and stability. This is a great addition to the game, as I mentioned yesterday, so I won't go on about it. The only thing I'm really not sure about is the fact there is no op restriction. Now, Deathmatch doesn't entirely matter, But I think there's going to be a lot of people jumping in trying to warm up their Vandal aim and getting beamed by an op when they spawn in. So we'll have to see how this one plays out. There's also a couple of quality of life changes where players who report other disrupted players will now receive an email if the reported player has been punished, and arriving mid-patch, your rotating store offers will stop including things that you already own. Riot, with our best intentions here, completely destroying our wallet sometimes around the mid-patch. So there's a few good bug fixes too, and this is kind of towards the end of the patch. We've actually got a fix that caused Sova's owl drone to rotate slower. This is definitely going to be a net buff for him, even if it is just a bug fix. There's also a fixed issue where Reyna did not get her full heal if it began right when her overheal started to decay. They have fixed near sight not applying properly when going through smoke parts of Viper and Phoenix's walls. And for anyone concerned about that Phoenix bug, they've actually fixed it so that you can't use your ultimate, time it perfectly, plant the bomb, and then teleport the bomb all the way back to where you were, not even being in the appropriate plant site. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be happy about that, because I'm sure it's affected at least a few games in recent weeks. There are some more bug fixes that I'll put up on screen for you guys now. And one more interesting thing that's popped up by KylieXC over on Twitter is that in the Korean version of the patch notes on the YouTube channel, some of the footage which you've actually seen in this video, there is a frame where if you pause it, the game modes are unblurred, and one of them is translated to battle against bots, and the other is test free-for-all, which I assume is going to be the beta free-for-all. Now, we already, of course, have bots in the training room, which are very useful to shoot at, but something that CSGO has is the option to have a bot instead of a teammate if you vote kick somebody mid-game. This is something that has actually managed to win me games in the past, where maybe there's a toxic teammate and you can get a bot in instead, and you can actually try to get some entries on one character and then take over the bot. Now, this, of course, isn't necessarily the most integral competitive thing you can do, but it is something that's very good if you have a teammate that leaves and you need to replace them. Now, I am going off on a bit of a tangent here, as this may just be shooting bots in Deathmatch, but this is something that could definitely be iterated upon, and upon seeing it, I'm actually really excited about it. If you guys have any ideas of what this could be as well, I'd love to hear them. And honestly, even though this was quite a small and humble patch, I'm really pleased with the changes. I think that the Raze ones were very necessary, and the fact that Sova players just have a little bit of TLC to make the bot easier to use is a good change overall. Let me know what you think to any of these changes in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Be sure to drop a like, as it does help us out and lets us know you're enjoying the content. You're going to want to hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button so that you get notified when our videos go live. Be sure to have a great day, as always. Take care and peace, people.